I'm starting the streams.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike and T. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
I'm all right.
Hey, that's coming in kind of hot. Did you just start speaking normal that time? And
I don't think so.
we just adjusted. Said, hello, Travis. Travis here, too. How are you, buddy?
I'm over here. I didn't do it.
Okay.
T was like whispering or something, and we adjusted levels, and then we get on. He's like, hey, buddy.
You know me.
Fucking
Once the mics go on,
Yeah.
animated.
is what it is. Yeah, we're in the process of trying to set things up while Trav's going to be out of town next week.
Preparing for our big week.
Yeah, we've got a busy week next week. We're not usually here on Fridays. We're here today.
It's our third straight Friday.
I know.
This is
Overtime.
bullshit.
Yeah. Well, we had Tuesday off. I guess
I know.
that counts for something.
I'd
but
rather have Fridays.
yeah, you're always welcome, man.
Oh, all right, cool.
Anyways, yeah, we got Massey coming in Thursday. He's going to be at the Arc in Ann Arbor on Friday, May 26th, 7:30 show. If you want tickets, look up the Arc. And so he's excited. He's coming to town. He's going to stay here for a couple days, and then the next day, Friday, we got Jimmy Bones coming in. Told him to bring his keyboard. He's a harmonica player, keyboard, keys, everything. Does a lot for Twisted Brown Trucker. And I was telling Jimmy last night, I was like, well, now that we've got this penciled in for sure, it's time to call Kraus and get all the fucking dirt on you. He's like, well, I'm the biggest fucking boring one in the band. He's like, you're not going to find it. I'm like, really? There's no fucking...
All right, then what's the dirt on Kraus?
Yeah. Oh, I got plenty of dirt on Kraus,
that
but,
way.
you know, I figure, you know, anytime you're young in a rock band that's touring the world, drugs and women, I mean, that's just like, that's a given, right? Like,
Not all of them, but most of them, yeah.
yeah, young musicians today, maybe not. They're all pussies. They're just, you know, having a good cry backstage. But, you know, real rock stars?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean,
Can you be a real rock star if you don't indulge?
I don't know. I don't know what the definition is. I think rock star, it's like if you haven't chucked the fucking TV out of room, if you haven't trashed a hotel room,
Yeah, you haven't made it.
if you haven't stuffed a fish and a chick, like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
Hey, I'm a rock star. Holy shit. I didn't even know it.
See? Right up there with Led Zeppelin and Vanilla Fudge, was it? Was that I know it was Carmine Appice, the drummer, and that famous tour when they shoved like a fucking huge fish in a chick. That famous story. And we got Carmine on to talk about that shit. But yeah, he's an older guy now, and these guys are having to navigate like what stories they can tell. Like now I see them, they're all woke. A lot of these guys are woke, and it's like, no, dude, I remember the book you wrote, asshole, when you talked about stuffing phones in vagines and making kids call their fucking parents. Okay, Nikki Sixx, don't act like you're some, you know, you guys did everything. So I don't want to hear it. You guys were the most debaucherous band in the world. Vanilla Fudge, too. I think it was Vanilla Fudge, where they, you know, stuffed a fish in a chick. And I think he talked about sexually molesting some chick at a beach at like 13 or something in Jersey. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I read it in the book, man. But
Statute of limitations.
yeah, right. So
God bless.
So, anyways, that should be fun. But yeah, I mean, Jimmy Bones is local, part of Twisted Brown Trucker and Kid Rock, and he's in town next week, and then they're recording, and then they're on the road the following week. So it's just kind of this weird window. But of course, Travis is out of town, which blows.
Timed it just perfect, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You've been doing that nicely lately, where you get out of here.
Mike was here almost exactly a year ago.
Was it?
It was actually the same conference. Yeah.
That you're going to? And
Yeah.
Where is it? Vegas or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we didn't exactly rip the heart out of the studio, but we did some surgery here. So hopefully it will run itself. Maybe Aaron and Troy will be able to.
Yeah, I'm positive we'll be fine. I'm
going to try to get
so
back.
fucking
at least
anal.
for Jimmy. But
Yeah, that'd be great to have you here. We're talking about doing it early on Friday.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you're going to go. Do you want to go to see Massey on Friday?
I doubt it. After a week.
I mean, if you and Jen want to go or something,
maybe it's close, but a week.
Beth and I are going to go. If you guys want to roll, we could.
I mean, it's tempting. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's a week of Vegas, and after a red eye, I might just be dead to the world. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, grab a couple-hour nap.
Yep.
And then we'll go. Could be fun. It's always a good show. I know people get political, and he doesn't want to talk politics. I don't blame him. His party's not doing well, so I don't blame him for not wanting to talk that shit. It's so funny. He's like, I don't
popping off a couple years ago, wasn't he?
Oh, sure was. He was like last night. He was like, "Can you do me a favor? Can we not talk about politics?" I'm like, "Bro, you started this. Don't I came in and tried to clean up your fucking mess. Don't act like I did this. I wasn't. I don't want to sit here and bicker with you about that shit. You started shit with half the fucking audience.
Yep.
So and I get it. Believe me,
Arguably more than half.
Yeah, people have emailed me. I'm well aware of how a lot of you feel, and there's a lot of resentment being harbored by people. And I don't blame you. You're all entitled to your opinions. I get it. I think Mike is a great musician. I enjoy his playing. And so that it's as simple as that. I don't want to be like...
This will be symbolic for society, that we can just move past our political differences.
Well, we thought that's what last year was supposed to be.
Everybody was waiting for that apology that never really came last time.
Right.
So let's just...
Try it again.
Maybe move on, not address it. Let's just... be people, man. Just people being people.
I hope I was right in making that call a year ago. Like, this just can't not be addressed. Like, there was a huge fucking fallout.
Oh, big time.
Between basically our P1 listeners, our like most supportive, most loyal, most aggressive listeners were the ones that felt like it was a personal attack and like they were shitty people or something. Like, it was not pretty, and so it was hard. But I don't want to be. I've had too many guests cancel on me that are women on the left or whatever, and they're doing some stupid penis art show, and it's like, yeah, let's book them for an interview. That's hilarious. And then they listen to 5 minutes of the show and they deem us like not woke enough for them, and they cancel. And I don't want to be that person.
Yep.
Like, no, we did an interview with a guy a few years back, Jay and I did, who wrote this huge book on George Lucas. Do you remember that? Star Wars, something or other. And it's a great book. It's a big book, and we did a fucking hour with the guy or whatever. And if you looked at his social media, he's Keith Olbermann. Like, he's that fucking bad. And it was like, okay, let's just focus on the book material. So he's a whack job lunatic lefty. Okay, whatever. I can deal with that, but I wasn't going to go, well, fuck this guy and his political beliefs. He's not welcome on it. Like, no. And I don't want to do that with Massey. He's a good dude.
We'll see how it goes.
There's enough history there.
Yeah, I think so. And what I thought would be cool, though, is because he's staying here for a couple nights, I thought it'd be fun with Jimmy here from Twisted Brown Trucker and Massey. Bring Massey down, have on Friday. I shouldn't even be talking about this because I don't know, but it was like, dude, have him on the keys, singing. They're both total pros. Like, that could be fun as shit too. Just, Mike's like, well, yeah, we could do that if
Mike likes to go easy on his voice. He has a show Friday night, right?
He does. Right. Yeah, but I already told him, like, Friday, I've got Jimmy's going to be here and, blah, blah, blah. We worked all that out last night. And I was like, maybe, I'm thinking about, it could be fun. Have you both down, at least just for like a song. And then he can fuck off and go to he's got to do sound check and all that stuff. So
can I have the tambourine?
Sure. Right. There's some bongos over there. We got tons of instruments. Like a cowbells.
I'll hold down the fucking back end for sure.
Yeah, I think I've got there's all kinds of stuff. I got a harmonica up there.
Well, I wouldn't insult the man. He's a
Good point. Yeah. Good point.
Mm-hmm. I may as well play keys then.
But how fucking ironic would that be to have someone from Twisted Brown Trucker and Mike Massey?
Yeah.
And I don't know what Jimmy's politics are.
Thank God.
Don't really care.
And
but
that's how it should be.
Right, but he is part of Kid Rock's band, and Kid Rock has been very vocal about how he feels about this administration and woke shit. So I don't know, but it could be fun to have, like, hey, you guys are both great players. How about we focus on that and just have some fun? So anyway, should be a good week.
Think we get Massey to sing Ba Wada Ba?
Yeah,
Yoda
right.
in the Valley, maybe.
I was thinking picture. Like have him. You could because that's an easy song on guitar. Yeah, exactly. One of you's do it. He could do the Sheryl Crow part, and maybe Jimmy could do the Bob Ritchie singing part. But that's a good song, good hook. Or what's the other? Summertime in Northern Michigan.
That has yeah, I mean, because it's Skinner's riff, right? But it's got some good keys.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
It's right up Massey's alley.
What? What did you say? I didn't. I missed it.
That's right over. That's okay. Just moving on.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get to what's going on in the world. You can hang as long as you want, Trav. You got to get out of here.
I have an hour drive for 22, 23 miles, whatever it is. So I'm going to head that way. I just want to make sure the stream's okay, and then I'm out of your way.
Is the stream, how are you going to check that? Go upstairs and
Yep.
Okay.
If you don't see me, that's good news.
Well, thank you for coming by. And
it's a pleasure. Enjoy
We'll
Vegas.
Be in touch. We'll be in touch. Yeah.
Remember what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, buddy.
I'm so sick of that town.
That's how I got friends, so sick of it too.
I'm always there for work. I would love to go with friends. Any friends out there? Let's go.
But it's 3 days. It's like a shitty vacation, like 3 days, and you got to be willing to throw a couple grand away. It's draining as shit.
Yep.
And we went
first world problems for
10
sure.
years.
I'm sure there are people listening like,
yeah,
I'd love to go to Vegas.
But maybe, but the problem was
the whole time and not being able to enjoy it.
Not 4 in the morning, like I was telling you guys before the show, 4 in the morning till probably 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, Vegas time. I'll be working.
Yeah. Well, I just remember Riff wanted us to take over for Art on the Hawaii thing. They wanted to send us to Hawaii for 2 weeks. And Drew was like, no, Vegas. I'm like, dude, after 8 years in a row in fucking Vegas, you don't want to go to Hawaii? What's the matter with you? I never understood it. So I have this disdain for Vegas, knowing that an all expenses trip to fucking Hawaii was on the table every year. And
thanks, Drew.
That one I
never did it. Yeah. I could say thanks, Drew, to a lot of things that he was just like, nah. They're like, yeah, Cadillac wants to give you a free car. I'm like, awesome. Drew's like, nah, you don't need that. I'm like, all right, thanks. I'll buy my own fucking car. So, anyway.
All right, guys, have a good weekend.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming by, Trav. I'm sure I will blow up your phone at some point. Need a little walkthrough on something.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Look forward to that.
Guys.
All right, pal.
Be good.
Drive careful. All right. What is going on in the world? Shit, I forgot to pull that video up. God damn it.
Killing it.
Yeah.
14 videos up here. Not
no, I know. Well, a couple of them are older. Okay. Ours starts the third one in.
All right.
So maybe you could find it. It's the one we watched yesterday of Fetterman. Did you see what they did with him?
No.
They transcribed his speech.
Okay.
We'll get to that next. But if you could find that, we can go. I can read what they wrote, and then we can match it.
Match it up to what they did?
Yeah. Sam Brinton. Haven't talked about that cat in a while.
Oh, yes. The luggage stealer.
Yeah.
Right?
He's the non-binary. Okay, so I don't think he's trans. He's non-binary. He's the bald dude, wears lipstick and dresses and high heels.
Yep.
And he likes fucking replicas of dogs. That was his thing.
Yeah,
he was into the
right.
puppy shit.
Some kinky stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which,
leashes and yeah.
I don't know what that's about, but having like 4 grown men on their hands and knees on a sidewalk with leashes on and dog masks.
It's a good look.
Creeps me out quite a bit, I'll be honest with you. But teach their own, I suppose. He was blown out from the Soup administration. Of course, they brought him in. He checked a nice couple of boxes. And they for stealing women's clothes at the airport. What an idiot. Like, how stupid can someone be? Like, you're going to traipse around airports around the country and just try to identify some piece of Louis Vuitton luggage or something and hope that it's got a bunch of chick clothes in it that you can steal. And they would wear them, like, to events.
Yeah, I know. That's the craziest thing. Like just got yourself a new wardrobe.
Yeah. And like one-offs, like one of a kind pieces of clothing. So it's not like, oh yeah, he stole some, chick's jeans or mini skirt that would be a dime a dozen anywhere. It's like, no, very eclectic, artistic shit.
Easily identifiable.
Very
shit.
easily identifiable, which just shows how stupid he is and how above the law he must have thought he was. Well, he's been arrested Wednesday night as a fugitive from justice for stealing luggage again.
Is that a larceny charge or a theft?
Believe it is.
Petty theft? Grand theft? What are
I
we
think
talking?
it's grand.
Did it over...
The other times were grand, but you get...
Oh, this is not related to the originals? This is something new?
I think so.
Oh, man.
So this is
the
third time?
Okay. I was thinking this was going back to one of those related cases. They were just charging.
I don't
something.
think so.
Okay.
A neighbor said that 4 unmarked police showed up last night. They would not let his spouse, Kevin, leave. My word. What did poor Kevin do?
Can't have accessories. You never know what he's doing. Could be
Yeah.
running off with the evidence.
Yeah.
Could be wearing the evidence.
He's wearing the evidence along with a dog mask. So yeah, and then so there's an hour that goes by, and finally Britton comes out in handcuffs. I don't know if he had to apply his makeup.
And probably
or what.
would.
Yeah. So airport police executed a search warrant May 17th in Maryland in connection with allegations of stolen property and luggage from Reagan National Airport that was brought to the department's attention a month or two ago, February of 23, with the assistance of County Police. Sam Britton was taken into custody Wednesday pending charges of grand larceny. How about this time he can do some prison time?
Yeah, I think...
You know what I mean? We've made deals with him.
qualify as the 3-strike rule?
Not in Maryland, probably.
Damn it.
But yeah, I mean, we've been giving this guy slaps on the limp wrists forever.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, okay, 2 strikes and you're
when you do this, commit the same crime.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Shitty criminals.
Obviously didn't learn.
Yeah.
You're obviously not going to learn.
Right.
So leniency is over.
Yeah.
And now you're going to
Isn't that usually too
get
where
the
they're
full foot of the law up your ass.
exactly, which he'll probably really enjoy. Yeah, he'll dig that. Yeah, I don't. When I thought usually how that goes, it's like when they talk about a plea deal and it's like time served and probation for a year, whatever it is. That is if you keep your nose clean.
Yes.
So if you go steal something again,
Yeah,
that's when they go, okay.
And you get the pile-on charges from before.
Right, as they should. And that should be fine. Throw him in fucking prison for 5 years. I mean, he stole $2,600 worth of shit the one time.
Yeah, that's grand larceny.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think it's, what is it, over $500 or $1,000?
500 or 1,000. I'm not sure exactly, but
yeah. Thursday, he appeared before a judge via closed-circuit television, where Judge Victor Del Pino declined to release him and ordered him extradited to Virginia. He did not have a lawyer or any supporters or the press at the hearing. A public defender spoke for him temporarily. He makes too much money to get a public defender. He doesn't qualify. So, but this public defender spoke for him anyways. Mr. Britton.
I didn't realize that. I thought you could opt in for that regardless. I didn't know that there was a financial criteria that had to be met for you to.
Yeah, I would think like, hey, I want to roll the dice. I just give me your shitty local prosecutor.
Just because I can afford one doesn't mean
attorney.
I want to.
Yeah.
I should be afforded the same rights as anyone else.
Yeah.
But I guess it's right. An attorney can be appointed if you.
If you cannot afford one, an attorney will be appointed.
Yeah.
But who's
right
to say?
An attorney, but if you can't afford one, yeah, exactly. Who's to say?
Yeah.
I make money, but I blew it all.
Yeah. I blow it on blow.
Yeah.
You know, I spent a shitload on blow.
I made it, but I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Yeah. So what? I don't get representation because of that?
Interesting. I guess I didn't realize that.
Mr. Britton is a nuclear engineer and thief. He's married. Well, he's a married thief. I'm adding some words that the public defender did.
Sure.
He works for Geofission as a the thief works for Geofission. Yeah, he
where was he before?
Federal government.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's a nuclear startup. He believes if he is released to turn himself into Virginia, the thief can keep his job. That's what he believes. I believe the allegation is stolen luggage. Del Pino said, I will deny the request to turn himself in. Virginia will pick him up. Good luck in Virginia, Mr. Brinton. And then they showed his documents that lists his sex as X.
Okay,
great. Good. Send X to the men's prison where he belongs.
Oh, man.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Right. It's just dealer's choice. If you don't pick a side.
Yeah.
Right? If you go non-binary, see, you think about that. They can throw you whichever side they want. I mean, it's going to be whatever side you check your fucking cock and balls.
Yeah.
There you go. To the men's
but
side
X,
you go.
You're leaving them kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what X is. I'm assuming he'd want to go to the men's prison. He can fucking suck every guy in there.
Yeah.
You know, he could maybe in crafts period, he can make some dog masks, make it as real as possible for him.
Probably not allowed to have leashes and collars, I wouldn't think, in there, but
probably not. Yeah. You know, what with the
I mean, Epstein had him.
True. Did he use a sheet though? No, they had a cord wrapped around his neck. And that's why they broke the bones the way they did. Yeah. But so anyways, you know, it'd be nice to see him, you know, I mean, I don't know if he's got dog masks he can bring with him to prison or what, but so he's repeatedly been arrested for stealing women's clothes. He was initially charged with a felony when police believed he stole $3,670 worth of items, but he agreed to pay the victim more than $3,500 in restitution. Yeah, that's not how that works, though.
Right? Yeah,
like you can't rob a bank, get caught, and then
give the money back, and then be like, all square, right?
Right.
You good here?
We're good.
Yeah.
Dude, I gave him all the money
back. Here's
back.
an extra 20 for your trouble.
Yeah, I gave him a tip. What more do you fucking want? So, yeah, that's not usually how that works. He agreed to pay that in restitution and received a suspended 180-day jail sentence. So how many months is that?
Suspended.
6 months.
That is 6 months, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, suspended sentence. So that should be reinstated once this one catches up.
Which meant he would serve no time behind bars as long as he stayed out of trouble.
Yep.
Well,
that didn't work out so good.
Nah, it didn't. Yeah, so let's go. Men's prison, I'm thinking. Big time. He was arrested last year with stealing a woman's suitcase from St. Paul Airport in Minneapolis, too.
So you're going to tack 6 months onto whatever this is, and I would assume that this sentence
Another
is going
6
to
months?
be, well, I mean, I don't know that you're going to get the same leniency on this sentencing.
Well, Del Pino doesn't look like he's fucking around.
No.
He's like, good luck in Virginia, sir, ma'am, whatever you are.
Right.
You know?
But it's not up to Del. Oh, yeah, because he's going.
Yeah, I don't know who it's up to, but Del Pino didn't sound like
No, he's not playing.
he had a ton of sympathy.
He's not playing.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's a man, Del Pino. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It's a revolving door for guys like you.
Sure is. Oh, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
The weather's flipped, so it's time for Zott Ford's Summer Savings Event. The warm weather brings hot deals and superior savings, making now the best time to take advantage of the deep discounts on the remaining 22s in stock. Plus, Zott Ford has 0% financing on tons of inventory, including Escapes, Edge, Explorers, Expeditions, and F-150s. How about this? Zott Ford's also bringing back their much-loved Sign and Drive lease. Yeah, that's right. The Sign and Drive lease is back. For example, you can lease a 23 Explorer below $450 a month, sign and drive, a new 23 Bronco Sport below $480 a month, sign and drive, and a 23 F-150 below $490 a month, and you guessed it, sign and drive. Last but not least, our friends at Zott Ford may not have the grammatical wisdom of me, but they do have the military trifecta, which means if you're active military, a veteran, or a first responder, Zott says thank you with an additional $1,000 in savings. So go check out all of the details, plus Zott's summer savings and incredible inventory at dealsinthed.com.
All right. Were you able to find Fetterwoman's?
Oh, I think so.
Okay. So his office has been accused of smoothing over transcripts of his congressional appearances to hide his struggles.
Does this look right?
Yeah. I'm really because what does that say? I can't remember. Maybe that's it.
This is the article right here.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay.
So there's a couple. The one we had was about remember that SNAP requirements for hungry people? Mm-hmm. That one's a different video than the one there.
Okay.
So that's the one that they were accused most recently of changing.
Yep.
See if you can find that one, and I'll give some details of this. And keep that one though, because that's the second one they had doctored.
Okay. I wasn't getting rid of it.
Okay, but a release of Fetterman's remarks shared by his office said well, they've got by his office with Washington Post reporter Jeff Stein. A little bit different. And so if you find that, T, I don't know how hard that'll be to find.
Well,
I'm sorry. I don't know how I didn't pull that up, but or we could start with the other one first if you want to play that one.
Okay.
And I can tell you, so this is the transcript they posted for that first video you had. So this was part of his April 26th hearing. His office posted a transcript on their website. It said, so tell me if this sounds like him. I don't have an imitation of Fetterwoman,
All right.
but he says,
Is this the other one?
maybe, I don't know.
Okay. We're killing it over here.
Yeah. So following this hearing, he said, I'm really excited about whole home repairs. Here in Pennsylvania, one of my friends, Nickel Saval in the Senate, shepherded it. He got linked up with the Republicans, and they actually created one of the first kinds of a program like this in the nation. I come from a community here in Braddock, Pennsylvania, where your home can go bad really quickly, and I'm really excited that we can take something like that, which is happening in Pennsylvania, and take it federal. Okay.
Is any of this
Well, where's that first video? So that very first video you had.
the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just read what they claimed he said.
Yep. Okay.
So let's see how they did.
Well, let me flip this here. Now that didn't want the people seeing me fucking around like that.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see.
all right. God, these things suck.
I know.
The circle of death. I don't know why everything's running so slow now. We need a nerd in here to tell us what's going on. It seems like every video I pull up now, it's just circle
right?
of deathing and fucking ads too.
What in the world is going on here? Okay. Well, let's go back to us while we.
Yeah, well,
The Comcast Business Complete.
You son of a.
yeah, it's a real pain in the ass, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Well, I dropped the ball on this one, T, not you.
I'm trying, man. I'm fucking killing it over here, really.
Yeah, you're doing a lot.
Could you imagine Ease is trying to do this?
Oh shit, dude! Fuck! Sorry, dude. No, I can't. Wait.
Fetterman's. He'd have the debate up here and shit.
Yeah,
This.
maybe.
Here we go.
Mr. Tisler,
Okay.
thanks for being here. And I know you've mentioned and are familiar with whole home repairs in your testimony.
Okay. Here in
And
Pennsylvania,
I mean, I'm really excited by it because here in Pennsylvania,
One of my friends.
one of my friends really separated it. Nikhil Seva. He was one of the quite literally one of the as hard left of a politician I'm aware of. Certainly in the Senate, was really helped shepherd that, and he got linked up with the Republicans, and they actually created the first kind of a program like this in the nation, And
So far, so good.
One of my colleagues,
Yeah.
Mr. Vance, talked about, well, if there's a lick in the sending, well, what if you don't have the money to fix that? What can happen? To
Well, then
that
you don't.
kind of things. And I come from a community
Who doesn't
now
have a
in
link
Braddock,
in the sending?
Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
where
You
there's
need a link in the
lot
sending.
of a lot of your home can go bad quickly if you weren't having those kinds. And so, I mean, I'm a big, I'm incredibly, I think I'm excited that could take from Pennsylvania and go federal. And what else do you think it would be? You think it would be if that was be able to make that federal?
that's
I
great. That's good.
think they cleaned that up quite a bit, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Is
that
that
was
it?
not, well? That was not as bad as I thought
Pretty
it was
fucking
going
bad,
to be.
though.
It's pretty bad.
It's like he starts sentences and then stops halfway through
Yeah,
and then
he's
like
not-
resets.
Exactly.
Like,
It doesn't. He just stops.
yeah.
It's painful. It's awkward. And again, I'm not going to bag on the guy for that because I understand the conditions from the stroke. That it doesn't necessarily mean that he's not thinking properly. I'm not defending him, his mental capacities necessarily because I don't know. But that is a real thing of the effect of a stroke, of being able to think, but just not being able to convey those words out of your mouth. There's just a disconnect between your brain and your mouth. what I'm saying is for him to be able to speak and not be able to speak clearly or intelligibly is not necessarily indicative of his capacities.
I think we've seen this before, and you and I have taken issue with this on a lot of levels. Take the politics out of it. Like, his job in the Senate is to interview people, be quick with responses, follow-ups, quick.
His job is just to vote on shit.
Right.
That's all it boils down to.
Yes. If in the true sense of the gig, though,
right.
it requires, your point is well taken. But this is like Dick Clark. Don't throw Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve up there after the guy has a fucking stroke and can't spit a word out, and then you expect everyone to just go, "You got a stroke, don't say." Well, don't throw him on fucking national television. Mm-hmm. You know what? You've done that for 60 years, and now it's time to pass
the torch. Exactly.
You've got the money, you've got the fame, you've got all the shit. You shouldn't throw yourself out in front of the world like that. It sucks. It could happen to me tomorrow. Could happen to me tomorrow, and the last place I will be is on a microphone.
Sure.
Like, it is what it is. And I don't care if it's the fucking guy on ESPN, the old coach, Corso.
Yep.
Oh my God, dude. It's distracting on a level that you don't know what they're talking about. Dick Clark was like that. It was like, oh my God, I'm just listening to this guy faceplant constantly. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like with Game Day. And they all fucking placate it. They all act like, oh yeah, coach, what would we do without you here? And it's like, it'd be a lot less confusing for people because this doesn't make
more
sense.
More coherent, yes.
Yes, and they baby him now.
The problem I have with this, though, is that's a transcript that should be verbatim.
Yeah,
and it's not. They took liberties with that. They cleaned it up. They eliminated all of his stammers. And they tried to make it a smooth flowing sentence, which none of those were.
None of them.
And
to the point that it would be hard. You'd like when he finished, I would think most people would look at each other like, the fuck did he just say?
Yeah.
Like,
it makes your brain hurt.
It makes your brain hurt.
Process everything. Like, your brain is working so hard to catch these fucking wild pitches of words that are coming at you,
right,
and put them in some sort of order to try and follow what he's trying to say.
So they wrote again, I'm really excited about whole home repairs. Here in Pennsylvania, one of my friends, Nikhil Saval in the Senate, shepherded it. And he got linked up with the Republicans, and they actually created one of the first kinds of a program like this in the nation. I come from a community here in Braddock, Pennsylvania, where your home can go bad really quickly. And I'm
what
really excited.
What happened to the link in the celly? That's not in there? Was that omitted?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I'm really excited.
Did they even put like an unintelligible, like,
well, here's the actual transcript of what he said. Instead of listening to that, I'm really excited by it because here in Pennsylvania, one of my friends really, Nikhil Saval, he was one of the quite literally, as hard left as a politician I'm aware of, certainly in the Senate. Was certainly in the Senate what he was trying to say? How did he say it again?
That he was one of the most left politicians in the Senate.
Oh. How did he word that?
Well, no, he was talking, that was a leak in the ceiling, was the link in the celly.
Yeah, link in the celly.
Yeah, that's past this. This is when the homes start to go bad.
He really helped shepherd that, and he got linked up with the Republicans, and he actually created the first kind of program like this in the nation, And one of my colleagues, Mr. Vance, talked about, well, if there's a leak in the ceiling. Link in the celly. He got closer.
Yeah.
Leak in the ceiling.
Yeah,
Makes
I know
sense if your home goes bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what he was saying.
I understood what he was trying to say.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're
a link in the celly.
More remarkable than me. A link in the celly. I didn't know where he was going with that.
Yeah.
You knew that was leak in the ceiling?
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit.
That's why I was laughing at it.
That should be next time we talk to Newberg.
It should be a cold open on SNL.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, we should talk to Newberg. He's been writing for a lot of game shows and stuff. Can you imagine if it's like the whole game show is Fetterman, he spits out a sentence, and whoever, like, link in the ceiling, and, people are on a panel going, I think he said leak in the ceiling, and it's like, wow, $200 for T-Roy. He nailed it.
Like charades.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Mm-hmm. So, do you have a problem with this? I mean, it certainly makes it more.
No, I have a problem with the fact that they're manipulating transcripts. Transcripts are what they are.
Right.
That is an official documentation of what was said.
Right.
Now, if you don't want to put all the ums and the ers and the grunts in there, fine.
I think you almost
but
need to if you're
don't-
going to quote it.
Well, if they're not actual words, but I guess Lincoln the Celly, you know.
They should have wrote Lincoln the Celly.
If you're going to say it verbatim, you are. But you can't take liberties with that. Like, this is what he meant. Well, no, but this is what he fucking said.
Yeah.
Don't try and put words in his mouth.
I understand the statement you typed up for him, that all he had to
I
do
know
was
exactly.
read,
I know what he was
but-
supposed to read. You can't take this like, here's what he said. The fuck it is.
Yeah.
This is what he was supposed to say, but it's fucking not even close to what
like,
came out of his mouth.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, we watched the one from, was it yesterday?
yeah, a day or two ago, whatever.
Shouldn't you have a working requirement after we bail out your bank? Republicans seem to be more occupied with SNAP requirements for hungry people than protecting taxpayers that have to bail out these banks. Yeah, I don't remember him saying that at all.
I mean, this is still this is his Lincoln the Celly one. It's the same video.
Lincoln the Celly. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one. It's like, well, it's fun to make fun of. No offense to him.
Yeah.
But he's putting himself out there for that. You know,
he is.
it is what it is. I'm trying to think if someone got voted in who was,
Is this the video?
you know, like RFK, right? Is running for president in 24. And he talks like this. He sounds like Katharine Hepburn. And like, can someone, and I'm not making fun of the guy. I think he's great, actually. He's a Democrat, but he's a Democrat I'd listen to. He was spot on with COVID bullshit. Fucking beat the tar out of Fauci. You know, he's been right about a lot of this stuff. But the fact that he talks like this might be a problem. You know,
Yeah, indeed.
7 years ago, this country gave forth a nation.
That's another
Like,
one where
can
nobody wants to hear it, but
Right.
and
Can you
you're gonna
imagine him
struggle
doing a
through
State
it.
of the Union for an hour?
No, God, no. No, and that you probably won't win just because of that.
But-
no
but-
matter how qualified you are, but they'll empower.
Don't they say like bald people have never been president? Like we've never had a bald president. Fat people always try to lose weight before,
I'm sure.
you know, stuff like that. And I thought that was, but
Except for
my point.
what's the moose from Jersey?
Christie.
Dick Christie, yeah. I think he gained weight.
Yeah, Chris Christie.
Yeah.
He has. Seeing that whale on the beach by himself after they closed the beaches to the public. Him and his family out there by themselves.
Everybody just pushing him back in.
Well, there's no one out here, so there's no COVID because no one was out here. It was like, yeah, because you closed all the beaches, asshole.
Made everybody else go away.
Yeah. But my point with RFK is like, I think I can get over that. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if the rest of you can get over the way he speaks. I can. Fetterman seems like a different thing entirely. They're both Democrats. Yeah. One seems like a fucking retard, and one, you know, just sounds a little weird.
I'm more worried about what you're saying, not how you're saying it. So
yeah,
I can deal with you saying it weirdly if what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah.
I can put up with a lot of weird talking and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is.
I don't know what his soup of words is. He's just got kind of a...
He was struggling to speak, you know, and was saying like fucking great things and really actually made sense just in a long, slow, weird, drawn out way. Standing ovation. Good, buddy.
Hey, he's trying. He's working hard, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. And the problem, too, with Fetterman
But it is low-hanging fruit to bag on a guy that had a stroke and how he talks. But
I understand that. You know what
but
my
you're in
bigger
public
problem
office.
is?
What are you going to do?
You're in public office. The problem I have with it, too, is...
They fucking voted him in.
It'd
be one thing if he was like in and then had the stroke.
Right.
And then this was the result of it.
Right.
Like, this happened before.
Right.
You voted this in. This was like...
On purpose.
This is my fucking guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put a big
Strictly about power.
All
Just
about
power,
the D,
power,
baby.
power.
It's all about the D.
Give me that D.
Yeah.
My problem with it,
But
too,
Oz isn't from here.
Remember they fucking acted like it wasn't. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's fine.
The guy's nailing it. Yeah. What do you mean? Like, don't fucking... That's gaslighting at its finest. Don't tell me what I'm watching
Yeah.
It's totally like, what are you talking about? What are you, ableist?
Exactly.
Like, no, I don't think so.
Or
I
labeled
don't.
all that Oz was just bullying him and was a total piece of shit about
Right,
it.
right.
Could not have been farther from the truth.
Yes.
Never even mentioned it, really, as far as I can recall.
Yeah.
Maybe made a jab here or there, but like
Not really, though.
But
He
no,
was
not exactly.
very
He was and
professional
smart
and a
should have been.
doctor-like. Yeah. So, but to act like, what are you talking about? You just must be an ableist or a fucking, he's got a health issue and you're being blah, blah. It's like, no, you're acting like he doesn't have that. And like, this is normal. We all watched that debate. It was locally broadcast and then picked up nationally by everything because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And it was so
They,
embarrassing.
broke into it. Like, hold on,
Holy
hold
shit.
on. We're gonna interrupt your local broadcasting.
You ain't
bring
gonna
you this
believe this.
shit show. You got to see what the fuck's going on in Pennsylvania.
It was crazy. So, anyways, moving on. I'm sure we'll get more of this from him as time goes on.
Well, yeah, he's got a whole fucking term to fill out.
And then let's run him again. Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, they're proving we can literally run dead people and you'll vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's Feinstein or Biden or this clown, whatever.
Yeah.
Owner of a construction company in
I'm gonna vote for his
Arizona.
neck next time.
Yeah, that's not
Fetterman's
bad.
neck.
Hose B. This guy's facing an assault charge for video was posted on TikTok showing him, and I don't know if this is appropriate. I have not spent a lot of time on construction sites, T.
I have.
I
Quite
know.
a bit, yeah.
Are you allowed to slap a female worker across the face?
It's generally frowned upon. Mm-hmm. I mean, for the most part, you're not allowed to slap a male, employee across the
Okay,
face.
so you can't slap really anyone.
Generally,
Swearing on the job site.
standard procedure.
Yeah.
Oh, of
so you
course.
can't whine about that. If
And you got to
someone's
have thick skin because you will just get crushed.
dick kicked in a lot.
Yeah, we pull no punches,
Mm-hmm.
and
How do women do on the construction site?
there's very, very few.
Are there?
Very few.
Yeah.
Very few.
The ones that are there, though, have they earned their stripes?
Well, I mean, depends.
Huh.
Generally, no.
No.
Yeah, generally no. But there are. I'm not saying there aren't some. There are some qualified. But I mean, I can't believe it's got to be like 1% of my union is female.
Really?
Maybe 2%.
And how many?
something like that.
What's the percentage of just that pool of women that are in fact hittable, or fuckable? I mean, not punchable.
I tell you what.
There's a couple.
There's a couple.
Well, you got to think they've
there's a
got to
couple
be
that are strong.
hardworking and
Yeah.
fairly good shape.
Well,
right?
yeah. I
mean,
mean,
they're
strong doesn't necessarily mean good shape.
Yeah.
The same thing. Actually, funny story. We had when I first started my apprenticeship, and I was going through the schooling. There was a girl in there, and now my teacher was kind of a dick, but he was right about it. Like
Okay.
he now I'm all for it. Like if you can do the job, you can do the job, right? But there are certain physical requirements to do it. It's not just about what you know and what you can do. There are jobs that you can do it that way, but there are certain things that you have to be able to do. Otherwise, you're a liability, right?
Right.
So this girl was in our class, and she's been trying to get into the trade, and nobody would hire her. Or I think she worked for a factory or something, and she was trying to get in the electrical side of it, and they wouldn't hire her.
and that's what she was doing,
And so
electrical.
I mean, she was. So she started taking this class to get trained to get a head start, and then be like, "See, I already have it, whatever." But so the teacher was not thrilled with it, and so they would go back and forth, and she was all
What was
girl
his
power.
problem? Why?
Just that women shouldn't be in the trade necessarily.
Okay.
Right? Like you, very few women.
So he's got a great point.
Are,
is what you're
yes,
saying.
that's what I said. He was a dick, but he was kind of right. Very few women, have the capabilities to do the things that you need to be able to do. Right.
Okay.
Now,
Do you have an example of what that
yes,
would be?
I will. Well,
Okay.
exactly. I mean, so his point was, if you can't pick up that 80-pound spool of wire and put it onto the reel, then it's not fair that somebody else has to do that for you.
Right.
Right? Like it's
100%.
so it's just not fair. I mean, you can do most of the job, but if you can't do all of the job, then whatever.
Yeah.
So he had they got into it one time, and he said, "Okay," he said, "I tell you what, Yeah, she was like, "Why are you always fucking busting my balls?" You know, and I supported her for the most part, you know, because I'm like, just fucking relax, teach the class. You know, she's not working for you. You stay in your lane a little bit, you know. And they would go back and forth a lot, and he would throw shit around. So she finally stood up for herself, and I was like, "Yeah, get it, girl. You know, fuck yeah." And he goes, "All right, I gotta tell you what." He said, "My truck is parked out back, my van, service van. On top of it is a 32-foot extension ladder on top of the van." He said, "If you can go out there, take the ladder off the van, stand it up, put it up to the roof, climb up to the roof, come back down, take the ladder back down, put it back onto the roof and strap it back on. I'll never say another fucking word to you." She goes, "Let's go."
Oh, boy.
She couldn't even get off the fucking van. I mean, but this girl was also like 4'10" and fucking 80 pounds. She was tiny, you know?
Oh, shit.
I mean, she was
why
tiny.
would she think she could do that?
Well, because it's, you know, it's girl power. You can do anything, right?
Sure, but
so that was kind of his thing. He
though.
was like, there's no way. Like, you just are not physically capable.
Right.
And, you know, I can do anything. I can do anything men can do. Like, okay, great. So everybody went out. It was a whole thing, and I was rooting for her, you know?
Yeah.
And then I watched her just get up there and go, like,
shit,
she couldn't even reach the fucking thing. She had to get a ladder out of the truck to get up to try and get the ladder off the top of the truck. So it was...
See, in a situation like that, okay.
But there's other, like
that girl goes
painters,
on-
there's a ton of
Sure.
things that, you know, IT, a lot of other things that are physically demanding.
The problem that we've had over the years, when you're talking about military or firefighters especially, where you get these guys and it's like, okay, sweetheart, I understand if everything's going perfect and you're the third person on the line holding the hose, that's all fine and good. Yeah. But when a building's collapsing, engulfed in flames around you,
when and I'm
you
passed
need
out and you need to come
and
drag
you need
me
to
out.
fucking drag a 240-pound man out of there, what are we doing? So in your situation there, it's like, okay, worst case scenario, and maybe there's a much worse case scenario. But in that one you're describing, it's like, okay, worst case scenario, she's on the site, can't lift an 80-pound spool of wire. And so now I got to take Troy 5 minutes of his time from what he's doing, have him help her. If that, not the end of the world. No one died.
No, not necessarily.
But
it's
an inconvenience. It's bullshit. But the firefighter one seems to me like this could
life
have
and death.
disastrous consequences.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking life and
Military's the same way. When you lower standards so much that, you know, but I'm sure there's some women out there that can crush it.
Oh, there are.
You know,
exactly. No, and there are women in my trade that absolutely can do fucking everything for the most part. And
well, maybe you'll understand some of this. So this is the owner of a construction company. His name is Brent Hospelhorn.
Okay.
Hospelhorn. He was filmed belligerently yelling at the soft-spoken woman. Okay, so they're already setting the table here. Soft-spoken woman,
exactly. Yeah.
right?
The table has been set.
Hospelhorn was taken into custody, cited and released, which enraged social media. He's a white guy. They demand he goes to jail.
Oh, come on. It's a slap.
He owns a construction company in Scottsdale called BPH Construction LLP. He was recorded on the job site. Leave, get the fuck out of my building right now. So let's watch. Here he is.
Okay.
So let's see how he behaves and see if you have a problem with it.
So do we have any backstory on why is she being fired at this point?
Apparently, you guys wear bulky belts at times, right?
I mean, like tool belts?
Yes. Okay. So she scratched the cabinets, and he's like, "You fucking cunt! How many times do I have to tell you to take your fucking belt off when you're working around this stuff? Now you've scratched the shit out of the cabinets that we're installing." Wow. Something along those lines.
Okay. And again, I don't know how far goes this back. Maybe this is the 17th set of cabinets that she's fucking wrecked. And maybe...
Well, if he's the owner of the company, I would think the very first time you did it, it'd be like, hey, watch the belt. I'm going to have to give someone 20% off for that.
And then the second time, like, I thought we talked about this. And then maybe... So I don't know the whole story on why this guy... If this is the first time, then who knows? I doubt it. But...
Yeah.
And, you know, we do know women's hips. So they need a little extra room.
This was originally posted to TikTok by Guadalupe Solano, a caption in Spanish translated to, "No one can treat you like this, even if they're the owner, simply because the cabinet was scratched." Oh, yeah, unless it comes out of his bottom line because you fucked up the cabinets.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Leave!
Did he already slap her?
Get the
No.
out of my building right now!
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Whoa, hold up.
What?
What's
the problem?
No, what do you mean? No problem. He just slapped a bitch.
No.
Get
No.
No.
building right now.
Okay. What I will say is that was he slapped her on the arm.
He did?
Yes, that was not the face.
Oh,
Watch
back
again.
that up. Are you sure?
I watched this. This is across the shoulder, the arm.
Oh, that's
This
bullshit.
is not in the face.
That is not
this
a
is not in
slap.
the face. Watch this. Watch. Watch close.
Get the
No.
out of my building right now.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. That is not in the face.
The person filming this should be put in jail.
This is not in the face. I mean, the guy still put hands on it, but this is. Look at where he's at. Look at where her head's at. Like this is just.
Closet.
That's across the shoulder.
Okay, maybe.
Yep. Yep.
I like the way she goes, no,
No.
no.
You go ahead. You send that to Michael. You can send that to Michael. You piece of you.
He said, all over my fucking cabinets. How many times do I have to tell you fucking people to take the goddamn belt off? Another worker tries to defend the woman. That's when he's like, bullshit. It's fucking her. It's her, 100%, because she was leaning up against it when I walked in here. Get that bitch off my job site. I'm the motherfucking super. What I say fucking goes. And then he tells the person behind the camera, she can record all she wants. You're a goddamn worthless piece of shit.
Yeah, right there. Quote, you're a goddamn worthless piece of shit.
Yep. Don't be a worthless piece of shit.
This is not going to go well for my dude.
For hospital horn?
Yeah. And his people skills suck dick.
Yeah.
But
unless he's the sweetest man on planet Earth until you fucking scratch his cabinets for the
I'm going to go with
time.
no. I'm going to go with no.
Have you worked with a lot of hospital horns in your day?
Absolutely. I have people that are just absolute fucking maniacs, fly off the handle for no real reason.
Yeah.
You know,
So what if we
overreact to shit.
if we took the same thing and instead of the no lady, it was you, and he was like, get the fuck out of here, and he smacked you. Where would that video pick up? What would the difference be?
Well, yeah, once you put hands on it, it's a different story.
Yeah, I know.
Again, listen, if it's just some fucking clown, you know, if he slaps me in the shoulder like that, am I just going to fucking beat his teeth in?
Are you going to cry and run to the police?
No, probably.
Have him arrested?
No. But I can promise you there would have been an immediate backhand. It would have just been right back.
Right back.
Fucking, okay. Is this
Don't
what we're
you
doing?
think you
Is this
could?
what we're doing?
Don't you think you
I will
would?
match your energy, sir. You can take it down, or you can take it up.
Knowing you, I think the way that would go is he'd hit you. It would
But
be
he
like
wouldn't.
a fly.
See, that's the difference, though. This is a little
right,
chick
but
that he was able
say
to.
he did. I would think you would go. You would give that famous T-Roy look like, the fuck did you just do?
Hmm.
Really? And then you might even take a step towards him, and the guy would immediately regret that decision. Like he would. It would be a totally different exchange, and he would be apologizing, going, bro, I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah.
You're still a piece of shit, and get the fuck off my site, but
No.
I had no business doing that. And it would end there. I got to think with most guys.
Yeah, well,
Even if it
is
goes to
very different.
fisticuffs?
It is very different, exactly. And there's the reality is that fine. I mean, he didn't slap her in my opinion, from what I can tell. I don't believe he slapped her in the face. I believe he slapped her like in the shoulder and the arm. Not that that's okay, but it is different than striking her upon the head and neck area.
Yeah.
But there's no call for that. Fire, fine. You know, you can yell and you can scream.
Yeah.
But you never can.
So
put
you don't
hands on
think like
people.
a legal defense would be like, bitch had it coming?
Yeah, no.
No?
No.
Shit.
No,
I
no,
didn't
that's
know.
never.
I'm not on construction sites. I
never
don't know
okay.
if this is like
Nope.
par for the course.
Nope.
And
I mean,
you go, Your Honor,
believe me.
bitch had it coming.
Believe
And
me,
it's like, yeah.
it's become physical many times on job sites.
Lots of jobs. Any job where men are
Exactly.
is going to, at some point.
But you know what you're going to do. He put hands on her knowing that she wasn't going to swing back.
It sounds like this was a hire that was maybe pushed on him.
It's
And
possible.
against his better judgment.
It's possible, too.
You know, this is like the trainer you were dealing with. And the guy was like, bitch, please, you ain't getting up on that van and pulling my ladder down.
Right.
You know? And so he might have been thinking the whole time, this is going to be a pain in my ass.
Yep. But unfortunately, the sad part is that he could have been entirely right in this whole situation. She fucked up more cabinets. She was negligent. She was wrong. Whatever.
Yeah.
Should have been fired. But none of that makes any difference anymore, dude.
Yeah, once you
none of
put
it
hands.
means anything anymore.
Yeah.
She just fucking bought your company.
God, I really would have thought Bitch Had It Coming would be a defense that could work. I'm not saying it always would work.
Well, what kind of cabinets are we talking about?
Well, that's another thing. I was just going to say, I've been pricing cabinets lately. Holy shit. When you go to a cabinet place, it's outrageous. Tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm assuming they go up from there, and you could spend bajillions of dollars if you wanted. It looks like a decent, like a full project going on there. It's hard to tell how big it is. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's like, hey, man, that's fucking $40,000 in cabinets. You just fucked one of them up.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
No, he's not. I mean, he's not going to jail for this. And is that something
I
that he
hope
needs
not.
to go to prison? People are mad that he was let out.
Yeah,
Fuck off. Stop it. Just stop it.
These wannabe
Right?
fucking
Yeah. No, he'll
save the world, save all the women.
he'll get his. He will get his. Karma is a bitch.
He'll get fined. He'll pay a fine. He'll probably have to go to a class about. Do they have classes like "Don't Hit a Bitch" classes? I think they do, right? There's "Don't Hit a Bitch" classes.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm almost positive they are.
Yeah.
There are.
They got to have a class for everything these days.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I can't be.
What do they,
you know
they
what?
teach
I
you how
gotta.
to shake the shit out of them? Is that what they do?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
When
so.
you want to fucking, or at least teach you how to use the backhand. Mm-hmm. Go to the body so you don't leave a mark.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Can you mush? Can you mush a woman?
Probably.
You could do that. Like grab her by the face and just kind of mush her. I think you can do that.
I think so.
But yeah, if it's like, hey, T, I know you're the foreman on the gig, and I'm sort of new, but I've got to go to, I got to check out after lunch on Wednesday. I got my first class for Don't Hit a Bitch.
Yeah.
Starts on Wednesday, so I'll make it up on the weekend if you need. But
That's fine. Take the whole day.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even bother coming in. Go ahead. You
Yeah.
need it.
It's for the next month, every Wednesday
don't
at
worry, I
noon,
got you,
I gotta check out and gotta wrap up my course on not hitting a bitch. So we'll see.
Every Thursday. So what'd you learn?
Yeah, dude, same thing as last week. I mean, they really, really are sticking to the point of like, whatever you do, don't hit a bitch. It's it really stressed to us. I didn't know that was a thing, but
Yeah.
it is. I don't want to have to go to one of those classes, so I leave hands off all the time.
So a chick talking about it, some interview that she was getting killed for. I've seen her around a little bit in these little short videos or reels or whatever, but she's one of the chicks that's like pro guy kind of or whatever, like just not the female victim, doesn't play that card.
Okay.
But it was about, men hitting women. It's like, okay, if a guy is, 5 foot nothing and 100 pounds soaking wet, and he walks up to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and punches him in the face, and Dwayne turns around and knocks him the fuck out,
Yeah.
no one's going to feel bad for him, right? Because you punched him in the face. You went up to a bigger dude that you knew could kick your ass. You started it, you instigated it, and you got your ass kicked. You fucked around and you found out.
Yeah.
Why is that different for women? If a woman goes up and fucking hits a guy, and then the guy hits her back, what's the difference?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is, but everybody was just kind of like, because it's a woman. Like, okay, but why? What's
Yeah.
the difference? It's the same principle. It's because a man is bigger and stronger than a woman. That's why a man's not supposed to hit a woman.
Right.
Right? If it was a fucking chick MMA fighter going against a scrawny little dude, it would be the opposite. It would be the chick beating up the guy.
Yeah.
Because it's a size and a strength issue is the problem.
Right.
Not, a sex issue. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But I thought everybody was just kind of like, yeah. You just don't hit women. Like, okay, well then women shouldn't hit guys.
Yeah.
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 I'm not saying it always, but
Well,
certain situations.
There's if you're talking about, you've dated some tiny girls.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Love me a spinner, buddy.
Yeah,
Love me
going
a
back to
spinner.
high school. So if you're trying to, there's literally, and I'm thinking of a handful of girls that I knew you dated, and it's like if you're talking about them and one of them hauls off and slaps you or punches you, like, yeah, they put hands on you first. You could technically probably, by law, fucking smack her upside the head, but you wouldn't because of that very thing. Like,
Sure.
dude, I'm twice this girl's size, literally. And one goon hand punch from you could knock her fucking into next month.
Yeah.
And there's nothing she could do without a weapon in her hand. If she's just going hands with you, nah. So that therein lies the problem there.
Well, sure, but it's more of the point of Okay, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You know,
Yeah.
they think they can get away with hitting guys because they can't hit them back.
Yeah.
Well, then you don't get that free reign.
Yeah.
Like, if
Well,
you wanna-
there's plenty of guys out there that will teach that
there
lesson
is.
the hard way.
There is, absolutely.
You know?
There is. And chicks will fuck around and hit the wrong guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not ever going to hit a woman.
Yeah,
I don't
nothing
care.
nothing used to piss me off more than
I mean, I'm
when-
not going to say never. I mean, in the right situation, I'll fuck a bitch up.
Yeah.
You know, she's coming at me with a knife, you know, whatever,
Oh,
like some
yeah.
weird shit like that.
Sideswipe and then knock her
oh,
teeth
yeah.
through
Like,
her head. Yeah.
In the right situation, but for the most part,
Yeah.
I would never put hands on a woman.
Right. I used to hate it. And this happened a few times, and I came close to, you know, sometimes you got to remind the hen who the rooster is.
Yep.
I'd be in traffic. I'd be with Beth, and she'd be pissy about something. She could be pissy about a lot on the road. Someone's moving too slow.
Oh, wait, she's
someone's
a
like-
woman, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
But she could a lot of times lean over and fucking lay on my horn. I'd be like, bitch. And she's like, what? He's not blah, blah. And I'm like, no. You don't know where this could go. And when when push comes to shove,
Yeah, when that guy stops and gets out of the car,
Yeah.
comes back,
he ain't hitting you.
She hit it. She honked. It wasn't
Yeah.
me.
And I'm not going to say that.
Yeah,
and
right,
it looks
exactly.
so. Why bother? So they didn't fucking, whatever. Don't, but she would do that for every once in a while. And it's like, you realize you're inviting me to get into a throwdown with someone.
She'd be
here.
the first one out of the car. Fuck you.
Yeah, she
I
probably
tell you,
would.
I was fucking with her coming back down. I turned behind her
Lots
coming
of
down
people
Franklin
fuck with
Road.
her on Franklin Road.
Well, because she's got that libtard fucking all those bumper stickers on her car.
Yeah.
It just says "fuck with me."
Yeah.
But no, I knew it was her. It's a four-way stop up by the cider mill, and I was waiting to turn left, and she went straight, and so I pulled in. I went behind her, but she didn't see me because she was just driving.
Yeah.
And so it's 25 miles an hour, right? And so I'm fucking around, and I'm like right on her ass.
Yeah.
And but I'm waving at her in my
Yeah.
like going hi, and I see her, and she kind of speeds up a little bit, and I fucking like going up
Right
get
on her
behind
ass.
and she fucking locked him up, and I almost fucking railed her because I'm not paying attention. I'm like trying to wave like that, and she fucking locked him up, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, Beth, what are
Settle
you?
down, bitch.
Whoa, and then she went to a thing, and she actually went, instead of turning on her street, if you go the other way, it's the police station.
Yeah.
She turned right into the police station.
Oh my God! Did you follow her in there and
No,
tell her
I just
who it
kept
was?
going. No, and then I was texting her. I was like, fuck, dude, that was me.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I thought you were just some asshole.
Yeah, she thinks everyone's an asshole out there on the road when she's walking her
Oh, yeah.
dogs and
Yeah, at
speeding in the
25, I almost
neighborhood.
fucking railed her.
Yeah. Disney had their ups and downs, still going toe to toe with DeSantis
Yeah.
down in Florida. I think
The retaliation for their support of the Don't Say Gay bill.
right.
That's the
I
only thing that
believe-
matters. The NPR story. of
Yes,
this. Yeah.
yes.
And it's funny, the other details about why this fell through, the
Mm-hmm.
financials, all the other shit, the new fucking CEO that doesn't agree with it, things like
Yeah.
that. But it's purely
Yeah.
because of,
Don't say gay.
yeah, it's retaliation
I
by the
think they
government.
pulled $1 billion something they were about to start.
Yeah,
in
an office,
Florida or
yeah,
something like that.
a fucking corporate
Yeah.
office or something that they were going to do, and they were going to relocate all these people here.
Yeah.
Well, they'd have a new CEO, and he was like, "Nah, it's not a good idea."
Yeah.
And there was something else, another like major factor in that was like, it's just not going to work out. But according to NPR, it's only because
Don't say gay.
retaliation from DeSantis.
Yeah, right.
Is what it is.
Well, they've announced the closure of a Star Wars themed hotel that they have.
I figured they'd
After 1
open
year.
172 of them.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the first one. Looks kind of dope. I got pictures so we can check it out. It's a luxury hotel opened in March of 22. We are so proud of all the cast members and Imagineers who brought Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser to life and look forward to delivering an excellent experience for guests during the remaining voyages over the coming months. Thank you to our guests and fans for making this experience so special. Hotel is taking its last bookings September 28 to 30. New bookings are being paused until May 26, so guests who booked reservations after September can reschedule.
I want the Captain Kirk suite.
Yeah, right?
Get that?
So click on those. I think you can scroll through the pictures.
Not now.
Not now. Beat it. Notifications.
Okay.
So those are images of. Okay, that looks like it'd be fun for a kid.
Yeah, I've taken the kids to like Great Wolf Lodge and things like that. They have like the adult core, bed, and then they have like a cabin with bunk beds, kind of a thing for the kids
that's
to
cool.
sleep in, shit like
Kids
that.
would love that.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're in Disney with
How
you
much
think you
time,
got kids with you?
especially at Disney, are you spending in your hotel? Right? It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, not a ton. That's it. Only 3 fucking pictures.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I thought I
and
saw
this
more.
is just CGI. We couldn't even get real people in the fucking picture here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that is like a cartoon rendering.
Yeah. This is what it would look like if somebody was actually in the room.
This was billed.
But we didn't like Don't Say Gay, so or
Right.
we did like Don't Say Gay. Excuse me.
This is billed as being the ultimate experience for Star Wars fans. The hotel featured a launch pod to board the Halcyon Star Cruiser upon arrival. Guests could stay in a room with a space view and interact with the Star Wars characters throughout the ship, aligning themselves with either the dark side or the light side. You'd go dark, right? You don't want to fucking hang out with Luke. Luke's a dork.
Yeah, right.
But if you could hang out with Vader and a couple stormtroopers,
I gotta say, it would be pretty badass if the doors went
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
that would be pretty fucking.
You'd have to
badass.
do that.
I would think, but you never know.
yeah,
That would be fucking pretty cool.
yeah.
Put
Agreed.
your badge up there, and like fucking bloop, it lights up.
So per NPR,
Here we go.
one point of contention for visitors has been the price tag. A 2-night package starts at $5,000.
Good Lord.
$4,800, excuse me.
Wow. Well, yeah, you didn't put tax in there.
That's for 2 people. So you and your broad can go there.
Oh, is it more for brats?
It goes up to $6,000 for 3 adults and 1 kid. What family makeup is that?
There's thruples these days, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, come on. What year is this?
So you're talking
3
about
adults, 1 kid?
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Fucking weird as shit, right?
That is
It-
that is an odd number. Not
it's-
2 adults, 2 kids.
Yeah.
That's a weird fucking.
That's they specifically say that went up to $59.99 for 3 adults and 1 child.
What if it's 2 adults, 1 child? What if it's 4 adults?
They don't know what to do then. They
what if-
just deny you
That's
entry,
it?
I guess. I don't know. But yeah, 3 adults, 1 child. What is this? A Jack Tripper type of thing?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Three's Company. You're going in there with your 2 broads, and then you're bringing a kid along with you.
It's the
for some reason?
2020s, buddy, dude. Thruples are everywhere.
The prices do include lodging, meals, and admission to Hollywood studios, but does not include alcohol or specialty drinks,
Oh, fuck off.
which is where you'd make it all back.
Yeah.
Many reacted to the news by saying they were interested. So, yeah, who the hell is going to drop at the minimum $2,500 a night
Right. I
for
don't know
this?
what.
Like, honestly,
I don't know. I don't ball like that. I've been to Disney, but I stay off fucking site
Campus.
and things like that. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
fuck. I ain't fucking built like that. But I know they have like the what is it? The wilderness one. That's like a zoo. You can like fucking. There's giraffes outside your
like real ones.
Yeah, you're
That's
in
kinda
like
cool.
a safari thing or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's got to be relatively expensive, I would think. But I don't know that it's this expensive.
So people on social media are just saying it costs too much. No one can afford it. And those that can, do it once and done. It's not lack of interest. I just can't afford it. Maybe don't make it $2,500 a night, and I'll gladly go. It's a wonderful, amazing concept. Don't get rid of it. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is one of our most creative projects ever and has been praised by our guests and recognized for setting a new bar for innovation and immersive entertainment. Disney spent $2 billion to build 2 of these, one in Los Angeles and one in Orlando.
Disney World, Disneyland.
Exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. God, dude, I was at Disney last when I was like 12. So I just don't remember it being like that. I know my family went a couple years ago and had a blast.
That's the fucking happiest place on earth, my man.
Yeah, and I believe they stayed at the the Grand? Like we've got a listener that really hooked them up with a decent discount, and they were absolutely floored. My entire family with the accommodations, just blown away by how badass it was. And I'm like, it's a fucking hotel. Like Vegas goes out of their way to have nice hotels too.
Yep.
I think it's the Grand or something.
Yeah,
like
the Grand
that?
Hotel. I
Grand
think.
Hotel.
Oh, that's in Mackinac.
Okay.
But whatever. It's probably their main thing.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Is that? I've never been to the one in L.A. I've never been to Disneyland. I've only been to Walt Disney
I've been
World.
to what is it, California?
I've been to Knott's Berry Farm. That was badass.
Where's Knott's Berry Farm?
In California. Mm-hmm. It's like an amusement park. It's actually pretty fucking sweet.
What's the other amusement park there? The California shit. Whatever. But I've been to that one. I know my family wants to go back to Disney and they want me to go with them. So I kind of want to go. I kind of want to see what all the hype's about, you know?
Sure. It's not on your dime. Fucking do it.
Right? Mm-hmm. $2 billion for these. Holy shit.
Smart. Yeah, well, that all went down before they, when they weren't paying taxes and shit.
Right? Right.
Now they got to pay taxes on that, and they're like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out so much.
Let's see here. I've got some Ask T. Roy's
Okay.
that are good. Why don't we do
I
one
will
more
decide.
Story? Why don't we do one more story?
All right.
A plus size TikTok influencer.
Also known as Biggin.
Jeez, Biggin is right.
Biggin.
Holy fuck, that is a huge lady. She had a clip.
Shakira, my man, has told us anything. It's hips don't lie.
The hips do not lie there. She could spit out. She could have 10 kids at once. I'm assuming her gash is bigger too. Does the gash grow when you get huge?
I mean, that's got to go from like small of the back to the belly button. That's just got to be one just straight slit.
So you think the axe wound between her legs is huge?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's all just.
If you're a guy and you pack on a bunch of weight, your dick goes inland. It burrs in. It gets tinier. But I would think the vagine would expand with. But maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, listen. You gotta be a pretty decent man to be able to fucking get home,
in there
to get home. Yeah,
I swear to God, if you bent that over in front of me, I don't think I could get home.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't know that I could.
Yeah, you could. I mean, a little lube, you could fucking just work the thighs. I'm sure would be just fine.
Oh, you could fuck a
probably
crease
wouldn't know
for
the
sure.
distance, but okay. Well, I guess I should put that up for everybody else to enjoy. So the biggin, what about her? What did she do?
Well, she's
imagine
a
sitting next to
TikTok influencer. Oh. God damn.
Frequent traveler, thank God. Mm-hmm. Middle seat, I hope.
So there's a clip of her getting jammed between a couple of plane seats. Now, that video was stolen by a troll who pretended to be her to call for wider plane aisles. The video quickly went viral, showing the real influencer, Bo Berry VIP. Oh, good Lord. Oh, fuck. It's getting bigger.
What would you want to do with me? Sit-ups. Holy shit.
Fuck. What happened? What is that?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's yeah. What,
I mean,
those poor leggings.
The sad part is like
her face.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I mean, right. Like you really put that in a vacuum right there. Like you can work with it.
Yeah. It's what's known as a car fox.
What the fuck is going How do those ankles even fucking hold up?
Yeah. You know when we see kids and Jesus fucking there's no
I mean and honestly, are you better off?
It's a shelf.
Are you better off sideways? Or are you better off straight forward?
Yeah, she's struggling.
I don't know. I guess we need to I gotta see some angles and figure out the dimensions on this. I'd love to see a side view just to see what we're doing. I gotta believe it's wider than it is deep.
That has to be humiliating. Don't you know when we see these third world people and they've got like a secondary head on them? I think of Jose and Jose B.
Yeah, right.
For one. And it's like this thing grew to be another human being coming out of your neck. And we would always wonder, like, why did no one take a melon scoop to this thing when it was golf ball sized? Like that didn't start out like that.
No,
you know what I mean? Like
right.
This took work.
Yeah. And I mean listen, just know what it is. Like stop how fucking beautiful you are. Like
well, here's the problem.
You are
with
a
this.
very pretty girl, but you're a fucking house.
Stop beating her up. Hold on.
I mean, I'm just okay.
So someone stole her video. Now, her original video is her talking about, so if you're a giant moose like me, It can be hard to get through a plane. Here's some tips for getting through plane aisles.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, you know what? Fatsos know how to do this.
This
you don't
is-
need a training video on how to turn yourself sideways and scoot through the
Honestly,
aisle.
it's discrimination that they can't build wider aisles.
So that's the fake account. Took her video and put that on there, and now people are beating the shit out of her.
Okay.
Because she's like, it's discrimination. And people are like, fuck you, fatso.
Right.
Travel by ground, you know? Maybe switch to UPS ground or freight, one person said. But she didn't say this.
Fair. Okay.
So in the real
So
video...
this is her. I'm guessing this one would be her real video of her like trying to give tips on how to navigate
yes,
the
Bowberry VIP. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think is a stupid, pointless video anyways. Fat people have figured it
If
out.
you
They
haven't
know.
figured it out by now, yeah, you're struggling.
Yeah. It's not like it was like, oh, yeah, I used to be 105, and now I woke up today and I'm 320. I don't know what to do. No. You've worked your way up to that. So you've been in tight situations before. I guess
No pun intended.
Yeah. I guess the shitter's a real problem on planes for these things.
I struggle in a plane shitter.
Yeah, I
just
struggle in a
turning
plane
around
shitter.
and yeah, like I can't imagine. Like you probably have to open the door and back in.
Do they beep it when you do that?
I don't know.
You know how they
For
do that with
everyone's safety, yeah. But I mean, I don't think you have any options when you get in there to like turn around.
No.
So, and I got to say the backpack's probably a bad choice.
Yeah, it looks swallowed up. It
Yeah.
looks like a tiny
Yeah,
backpack.
you might want to just have a bag you can carry out in front of you and minimize the girth here.
Yeah. I wouldn't have a problem. Like if she's going to the bathroom there and it's horrifying, and you would tell people obviously to avert your gaze, but she almost needs to strip down and then back in. So she's just one motion, pants and whatever thong or whatever she wears is already off, and she just plants her fat ass on the can, unleashes holy hell into that thing, and then makes her way out, gets clothed, and then back to wherever her seats are. Someone says, maybe the cargo hold would be better. Someone says, she's right. I can't even take my pet elephant as an emotional support animal. Someone says,
So are these the hacked ones? I might be fat, but I'm still more beautiful than all the skinny
Yes.
models out
Yeah.
there. This is the hacked stuff.
yes.
Okay.
So someone has
right.
reposted like 20 of her videos and made
And
these
then
comments
changed
on
them
it
all?
and
Okay.
changed them all.
Got you.
So she
And
thinks
that's a shame. If
yeah.
I mean, if
and it's
she's-
just led to people piling on.
Right.
You know, she had to know what comments would look like when posting this one, and that's about the I'm hotter than any skinny girlfriend.
Yeah.
People are like, really?
yeah, and that's a shit fucking thing. You know, it's bad enough that she's got to go through this, and we're piling on her too. But
Not really.
No.
I don't think we are. I think we're being very respectful.
We're fucking.
I mean, we're trying to solve problems here about backing into their toilet.
I know we're fucking folds, and you know, I wouldn't say it's
Well,
totally respectable, but
I don't have a problem with that, T. Honestly, I mean, what else are you gonna fuck? I couldn't get in there. No
well,
way
exactly.
could I get in
You
there.
got to make the best of the situation
Yeah.
that you're in.
Yeah.
You gotta
Fucking
play-
armpit.
play
I
the
don't
cards
know.
you're dealt. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, lube up an armpit. The fake account has been posting Mary's content since April and has shared more than 24 videos of her taken from social media and exclusive content channels. One video shows close-ups photos of, and I'm sorry, T, I'm sorry for that you're going to have to hear this, but close-up photos of Mary in lingerie. And that's the one with the caption, I may be fat, but I'm still more beautiful than all skinny models out there. That's a dick move to post that.
Yep.
Saying it's her, you know.
yeah, that's there you go. That's the one right there.
And these ones are getting millions of views.
Wonder what numbers and letters do you think are associated with that? I mean,
Even as far as sizing goes?
yeah, I don't even know that I could take a guess because the number is the circumference, right? Like that's,
Well,
and I mean, you're talking 32, 34, 36, you know.
yeah, but don't they make it hilarious? Like, oh, I'm a 1, like for chicks. Like for guys, it's like, yeah, I'm a 34 waist, I'm a 38 waist.
Well, yeah,
a
I mean,
42
no, I mean, I'm
waist.
talking about the bra that she's putting
Oh,
on
the
there.
titties.
Yes,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. So you know, and then you know, there's the cup size is the B, C, D. You know,
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do you think that would be?
I don't know. It's got to
Okay.
be. I mean, look at the strap, what it's doing to that shoulder.
Oh God, look at that. Yeah, you're gonna lose an arm
That
and a foot probably.
that looks like a it's like a road being carved into a mountain.
Yeah,
You know
no
what I
doubt.
mean?
Yeah, so that's how the Grand Canyon was made. She's not as big up top. Like, I mean, she's not tiny by any stretch, but like, there's just this whole extra fucking thing going on down there.
Yeah, it's everything you're circling right now.
Yeah.
And see the smiley face that leads to her vagine?
Which this right here?
No, lower that.
This?
Whatever that is.
I don't
yeah.
see a smiley face.
Well, it looks like a smiley
Oh
face.
yeah, so you get more definition here than the one I get. Oh god.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yours you
looking
can't.
back. Yeah, this I'm gonna stick that way. It's way better.
Yeah. Another video
That makes it way worse. Oh wait, I gotta see the fucking cottage cheese one from here.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Oof.
Wait.
Oh, that's troubling.
I know that one's bad, but
That
look
was
at
tough.
she's ugly in that one.
Is she? Oh yeah,
Right?
she is. Yeah.
But
Do you believe for a second that this woman is actually proud of? Because I know as someone who was fatter, I still consider myself fat, which is why I can laugh at this community because I'm part of it.
yeah, right.
I knew immediately, like I'd walk by a mirror and it was horrifying. Horrifying.
You think it's fake bravado?
Like, yes, it has to be because there's no fucking way I ever walked by a mirror and was like, take it or leave it. I'm gorgeous.
Yeah.
Fuck Brad Pitt and his goddamn washboard abs. Look at me. Like, no.
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 Think Lizzo's the
it's-
same way? You think it's like
I think Lizzo's full of shit. I always say, like, if you could snap your fingers and be a fucking size 2, they would.
if you could be Beyonce, would you?
Yeah, you would. You would. One guy says, like putting lipstick on a pig.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So she one of the videos
It's actually
she
not even
did
that
post,
creative.
Mary shows her working out on an elliptical
That poor machine.
with the caption stating, "My mom offered me $500 if I could run on this thing for 5 minutes straight." Someone just said the strength and durability of that machine is unmatched. Should she be impressed of you or the machine not giving in?
Right.
Ouch. Yeah. It's kind of shitty, but you know when
Yeah.
you're
Well,
when
it's
you're going to be a TikTok influencer,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it is. It is
you.
a shame though to take it somebody's thing and manipulate it like that.
Yeah.
I do feel bad for her.
Yeah, it's
because
kinda
I don't
shitty.
know what she's posting, and I'm assuming it's nothing like that. I'm sure it's fairly positive things, and even that, like, hey, you're a big girl, you know, let me give you some tips on how to not fucking make it worse.
Yeah.
You know, I can respect that to a certain degree. You know,
Yeah.
she's not out, but there were pictures of her in the lingerie and stuff, so I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
I don't
trying to
wanna
make
know what
trying to
she's
make
doing.
money. They'll probably give her a Nike commercial or something next.
Right? Black dudes must love her.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. They should just have her on stage at rap concerts. Dudes would go ape shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ape shit.
Could you imagine the fucking twerk? How long that each bounce would take?
Yeah. Bounce right off the fucking stage.
Hit the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Dear T. Roy.
Okay, here we go.
All right. My wife and I have been married for 17 years and have 3 wonderful daughters. Poor man. 13, 10, and 5.
Oh, you're just coming into it, dude. 13's a motherfucker.
Is it
13's a bitch. Yeah.
worse than the terrible 2s?
Oh, yeah. Terrible twos, you can fucking smack them, put them to bed.
Yeah, that's right.
13s, they're just cunts.
Yeah.
And you got 3 of them coming. You're just hitting it.
Gross.
Poor bastard.
Yeah. Lately, I felt like I'm the odd man out in a girls only club.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get used to it.
I wish I had a son I could share my interests with. I'd love to have someone I could take fishing, teach about classic cars, play football and baseball with. I've tried introducing those interests to my girls, but they're not into them. Don't get me wrong. I love my daughters beyond words. Yeah, I know. Yeah, sounds like it. I beam with pride at their cheerleading competitions, at their dance recitals, and at family gatherings, and I thank God for them daily. I recently asked my wife if we could try to have one more child, and fingers crossed, hopes of having a son.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. The precedent's been set, my man. I was in that position.
My wife is healthy. All 3 pregnancies went fine, and we both make enough money to be good providers. She said she'd think about it. I found out she mentioned this to her mother and sister, both of whom are livid. Her mom compared me to King Henry VIII. Abby, wishing I had a son doesn't mean I don't love my daughters. It hurts that such a thing was suggested. Am I in the wrong to want to try one more time? Girl dad in New York.
All right. This is right in my wheelhouse. This one
so.
is right there. So, because I've been there. I have 2 daughters. I absolutely love my girls to death.
Ish.
I've supported everything they've done, But yes, being a guy's guy,
Yeah.
right?
You are.
Athlete, you know, a boy to fucking
Sports
sport,
galore.
all exactly those kind of things. And yes, now my girls, same thing. Tried some of this stuff. We did some fishing that never really took. It is what it is. It's fine. I don't regret that I had girls in the least. But did I always want a boy? Yes, I did. Now, that
What is the
doesn't mean-
vision? Like throwing the rock outside with the kid, like
I
all
mean,
that shit going
yeah,
to
I don't know. It's just to have a son, to have that bond, to have that connection. You
Sure.
know, I don't know, and it doesn't take anything away from. I wouldn't trade my daughter for a son.
Yeah.
Okay. But would I have
You
liked to have
wouldn't?
had a son? No, of
Oh
course not.
man, if you could have a son thrown in the mix that we could toss a rock with, that'd be awesome.
So
just trade one of them.
And my ex was Mexican. She'd have 17 fucking kids if I gave them to her.
Yeah.
Right. But it's funny because there was an old man that I worked with, and we had this weird connection. Wilford Brimley, dude, looked just like him. Smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Love this guy.
Fucking
Yeah.
older guy was my first journeyman electrician. Taught me the trade.
Okay.
Turns out we had the same birthday. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So we had this weird thing. So then he had 2 girls, like less than 2 years apart, just like my girls.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 4 years later, tried for that boy,
Yeah.
had another girl.
Oof.
Right?
Oh,
so he had already
devastating.
gone down this road, and I found
Devastating.
myself in that exact same position, and I was
Yeah.
like, do I really want to go down 4-1?
Roll the dice.
Right? Because,
Yeah.
you know, and so we chose not to, thank God.
Plus, dude,
I'd
let's
still be paying child
let's
support
be
if I
honest.
did.
If what I see when you go the 3-2 route, 3 kids, 2 adults,
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass. Everybody,
Especially if you go to the fucking Star Wars hotel.
right? Or if you go to a ball game and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get Zempel's Tiger tickets.
Yeah. Starts
It's
throwing
4,
the numbers off.
4,
Yep.
4. Everything's in 4s, pairs.
Yep.
So you start throwing those
Just
numbers
going out
off.
to eat. Just going out to eat makes
Yeah.
it complicated.
Yeah. I bet.
But so the fact that anybody else chimed in on this, the mother-in-law, whoever these other bitches were,
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
Okay.
You don't
Not
get
their
to-
call.
It's not your call. It's not your business. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Fair.
Because I absolutely support this guy. You are 100% right. And fuck those bitches for thinking anything other than that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. You're telling me that every mother in the world doesn't go, I want a little girl. I want a little girl. I want a little girl. Is that wrong? Is that
Remember
fucking, is that,
Remember people were irate? We watched that video. It was like what do they call those where they pop the
gender
balloon?
reveal.
Gender reveal. And the guy's like, fuck.
yeah, was it a girl?
Shit. He's, God damn it. He's
Right.
walking around.
Pissed off, yeah.
And everybody had an opinion like, your daughters are going to watch this video one day and they're going to know you
It's not like
hate
a
'em."
hockey
It's like-
player or something. Like all his teammates came and like hugged her and he like walked off. Or
Yeah,
some shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Right,
exactly. And people are like, oh yeah, she's gonna know you hated her. And then when he's like, the wife had to come to his defense, like he fucking adores his daughter.
Exactly.
He's a great dad. He's gonna be a great dad with this girl.
The problem is that this just is an example of people not staying in their fucking lane.
Yeah.
You don't get an opinion. Shut the fuck up.
Agreed.
So,
All right, let's
this
do
guy
it.
is absolutely in the right.
To not have a kid.
Well, no,
Or
I mean,
he's just
no,
pissy,
he's not wrong for wanting to have a son. It doesn't take anything away from his daughters.
Dear T. Roy, something terribly embarrassing happened to me yesterday.
Did you shit yourself?
No. Did I?
Just touch
No,
your-
that was this morning.
Oh, okay.
Shit myself just a little bit.
Just a wet one.
Yeah, got a little out of control.
You don't have a gallbladder.
Something terribly embarrassing. This is for them, not me, though.
All right.
Something terribly embarrassing happened to me yesterday. It's every young woman's nightmare.
Period in class in white pants.
Yeah, that would be one of them.
I know.
My
a girl.
boyfriend's father walked in on us during a very, very private moment. I'm assuming anal, but she doesn't say.
Sure. At least she had a dick in her mouth.
At a
Very
minimum.
least, yes.
Bare minimum. Cock in her mouth. Yeah. And you can get as creative as you want from there.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, especially when she says very, very private moment. I mean, he could have been twixt her titties.
Absolutely.
Balls deep in her asshole. We
Yep.
we have no idea.
We don't know.
Anything's on the table, really. We are both in our early 20s. She sounds hot, doesn't she? And have been dating.
There's some big in 20s.
Yeah, that's true. But if yeah,
For the sake of the story, yeah.
for the sake of the story,
she's
she's
a biscuit.
a 10. Yeah. We are both in our early 20s, have been dating for 3 years, and plan to marry next year when we graduate from college.
Ooh, premarital sex. No, naughty, naughty.
I don't know if this was a surprise for his father, since his son and I have been dating for a long time, but I am very embarrassed about the situation. How can I ever face this man again? He told his son to let me know that he was very sorry. He didn't mean to invade our privacy. I felt a little better, but I'm still too embarrassed to look the man in the face.
You'll get
Do
over
you
it.
think
Shut
he
the
feels
fuck
different about me now? And how can I deal with this? Embarrassed.
Well, if he has not rubbed one out to you yet, he has for sure now.
Yeah.
So there's that. But he probably already had. So
Well, when
not a
she
big deal.
says,
now he's just confirming what he was hoping was there.
do you think he feels differently about me now? Doesn't that totally depend?
On what she was doing?
Yeah. I mean, if he
right.
was like literally balls deep in her asshole.
Yeah.
And grabbed her by the hair and fucking, just pile driving her asshole.
Yep.
Or just making her fucking choke on his
Right.
cock.
Sure.
I mean, choke. Almost unconscious on his cock.
What if she had a toilet seat around her neck?
Yeah, well, yeah, nothing wrong with that, obviously.
Just
but
saying. For
there's nothing
context.
embarrassing about that either.
Right.
Maybe he was whizzing on her.
Now, listen,
or she
this
was
chick-
pissing on him.
This chick is early 20s. She's not lived life.
Yeah.
This man has. This is not new.
He's seen some shit.
This is what it's supposed to be, right? Now, it's an unfortunate set of circumstances that he walked in on it. I'm assuming he didn't linger and fluff while he was in there.
I hope not.
But she will get over the embarrassment, I would hope. It's way more traumatic to her than him.
Yeah, way more.
So I would hope that everybody can just move on from this.
Yeah.
My dad's walked in on me multiple times in different situations.
He's walked in on me multiple
Exactly,
times.
yes. So I've never...
The one time in particular I'm really kind of proud of, but also, and he walked in and she made eye contact, I made eye contact, and she was at the edge of your bed. Literally only her legs were on the bed, and she was butt fucking naked. And you remember how close to the door your bed was?
Yeah, I do. It was my bed.
Yeah. But she was hot though, so you were fine with it.
Oh, yeah.
But she was completely laid back like this, all the way out of the floor, and I was there, and the door opened, and she just looks up like that, and I just look up, and I'm like, Don, and he was like,
Ron.
Don, picking shit out of my teeth. Don, what's going on, buddy? Can I help you with something? He was just like, Jesus Christ, and just close the door.
Just shut the door. Exactly.
Yeah.
It happened to me.
He didn't say like, get out of here,
No,
put
no,
your
no.
pants on, you've defiled my house.
It happened to me once. We had he pulled up. I was on the couch in the family room, and he had pulled up. It was late at night, and he had pulled up, and I had no idea. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And so we had an alarm, and so when you opened up the door, the back door, it went beep, 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 right?
Sure.
So just in full fucking swing on the couch, and just hear beep, beep, beep. I was like, oh, shit. Like, kind of flipping around, like trying to cover, try to whatever.
Yeah.
And by the time I looked up, door was closed and the headlights were backing out of the fucking driveway.
I love it.
So good. So
Yeah.
good. Like, what the fuck, dude? Holy shit. Oh my God. She's getting dressed and we're figuring it all out. And literally 3 minutes later,
Yeah.
the phone rings. It was Don, drove up to 7-Eleven,
Yep.
called from the payphone and said, can I come home now?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, Dad.
Yeah,
Coast is clear, man. Come on back.
I've told the story when Kelly's mom walked in on us. We're on the couch. Remember that small house she had in Farmington Hills? But it was a weird little house. But her mom walked in, and the only reason, I leap up. My pants are on the ground. There's a blanket at least, and so I hop up. She's wearing a shirt, thank God, but no pants, no panties, nothing. I'm not wearing any pants or underwear or anything. And Mom backs in the door.
I can't even fathom
bags.
doing it like that anymore.
I know,
Like,
right?
why do you have a fucking shirt on? Take
Yeah,
that
right,
off. What the
right.
fuck? I'd rather you have like fucking boots on right now than a fucking
I know,
shirt.
I know. I'm with you, but
Now I'm all for chick just in the t-shirt, but like not in the in the throngs of passionate lovemaking.
We in one move, both sat up and with the blanket over us, and Mom backs in the door with bags, shopping bags of shit. And she just looks back, and we must have just looked.
The fucking look itself.
She was like, "Hi guys, what's going on?" And she came and just fucking plopped down right between us on the couch. My dick is out, rock hard, and my pants are under the blanket, under the ground. Saw her underwear and fucking whatever she was wearing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, finally, after about 5 minutes of just the most uncomfortable, like, bitch, really? She was like, on both our knees. All right, kids, I'll be back in a little while. You know, and then,
get fucking dressed.
it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. It's funny that
I
shit you think
I should
you get
reach
away
out
with.
to Donna and ask her about that. I guarantee she knew
She probably did.
exactly.
But
what
if
was
not,
going on.
how are you going to broach that? Hey, you remember when you sat down? You know that I was banging your fucking daughter at that time?
yeah, she loves me,
Of
and
course.
so she listens to the show from time to time. I've told that story many times. Listeners, diehards have heard that. So, but yeah, next time I talk to her, I'm going to go, do you remember that time when you fucking back then? It was at the old house.
Right, just not even fucking blip on her radar.
Yeah, she's like, what the
Which
hell
one were
are you
you
talking about?
I sat in between Kelly and so many dudes. I can't remember which
I don't
one.
even
What time
remember.
what do you mean?
All right, let's do a couple emails and get out of here for the weekend, T. We got a big week next week.
Indeed.
All right, guys. Before Sam's Club, there was Pace Club.
That's correct.
Then Source Club.
Okay.
Most Paces were bought by Walmart to be turned to Sam's. Yeah.
Yep.
Makes
Well,
sense.
somebody had mentioned that on the comments yesterday.
Yeah.
The pace for the little,
Dude, I do
the
not
small
remember.
mini pizzas.
I don't remember Pace at all, but that's probably where your old man was.
It was, yeah.
Source Club. That
Your,
sort of
your
rings a
parents
bell
were
too.
probably too snooty to go to Pace back then.
They were not bulk buyers
No.
at all.
With
but
3 kids, you'd think they would be.
yeah, but no, I don't remember that. But I don't remember it being like super common. Like everybody did that at the time.
We didn't
like
go shopping.
now.
I didn't go shopping with Don. Now, when you said it, I was like, yeah, that's right, Pace. I remember now.
Yeah.
But that was the big jug of Kool-Aid. That was the big
Yeah.
box of the chicken fucking broccoli things.
Oh, love it.
The frozen
Pizzas.
pizzas.
You guys had a
have-
separate fridge in the garage too, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Did you have a freezer in the garage?
Oh, actually, yeah, we did. I take it
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
yeah, you did.
Yep.
Because
Yep,
I
back in that
remember
corner over there, yeah.
like going into the garage multiple times a day
Yep.
and grabbing
That's right.
another
That's where it
pizza,
was, yeah.
another burrito.
Exactly. I'd kill for one. You know what I fucking have a hankering for all the time now?
What's that?
Are the old school square pizza slices. Remember, like at school lunches,
Yo.
those fucking square slices.
Fucking
of
best,
pizza.
dude. The best.
I'm telling
Where
you,
were they?
I want to know if they hold up because in my mind, that was
They're
like
the greatest thing
fucking pizza.
ever.
Yes,
The best
I want to
pizza.
know if it holds up. I want to eat that right now and go. Oh,
I
let's go.
bet some of our school workers would know. Now, today they might just be bringing Pizza Hut.
It's probably it is, and
But
it's not even.
If any school employee out there knows if they still have those individual square slices, I am with you, T.
But that came in like
I'd
a
give
sheet.
anything.
I mean, it was a
Yeah,
whole thing.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
But that's all you got was out of it. Whereas like ours were individual pizzas.
Right.
But this was like just that square.
No, those, dude, there was a distinct taste
Fuck
to
yeah.
those. They were fucking
Yeah.
great. But it might be one of those things where, like, yeah, it would be great when you were
That's what
eight,
I want to
but
know if it holds up. Or
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see.
Email.
Email, yeah. I'll do 2 more really quick and we'll get out of here. Bud Light marketing idea. Guys, I have a good marketing idea for Bud Light. All they have to do is pay some rapper to sing about the beer in one of their songs, and it will be stored behind the counter in no time. Randy. He's probably not wrong. If you can get the rappers on board to make it cool,
Yeah.
that would probably work. Subject, niggardly.
Fuck, did you just say?
Yeah. Greetings, gents. Regarding the word niggardly discussed on a recent episode, I thought I'd chime in with my recent encounter with a word. By the way, the word means to be stingy or to provide in limited supply.
I believe we did that in the show. I think I read the definition. Of
We
it.
did.
Yes.
I
Well,
work
thank you
for
for clarifying again.
I work for a very large bank in a corporate risk type job. I don't know what that means. A large bank in a corporate risk type job.
Yeah.
Yeah. About a year ago, I was in a conference call about an audit I was involved with, and an English fella from the UK, as well as a couple other people. We were having a problem with the team we were auditing because they were not willing to share some documentation that we needed. The guy said the team was being niggardly and were holding up the audit. Nobody batted an eye, but I got a chuckle because I remember when you talked about the word long ago. You're looking great. in your picks, Mike. So glad to see. Thank you to everybody that's said that to me. I don't look great, but I must have looked really fucking bad before.
You look great.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Don't be so niggardly with your comments and compliments.
Yes,
to me,
keep them coming.
You're being very niggardly right now with your comments about me, and I wish you wouldn't be.
Okay.
Bring them on. I need them.
I'll be whiter with my compliments for sure.
You. Very good. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, fabulous weekend. Anything going on this weekend? I think we're going to open the pool.
I think we're going to try and open the pool.
Yeah,
buddy. We'll see.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's get it on. It's time. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you for hanging with us. We'll be back next week. We'll see you then.
Hey, wait.
Well, we will do
it.
some
Never mind.
some member stuff this weekend. What were you going to say?
I was going to do a shitty read, but we'll let
Do
it
it.
go.
You want to do
it's
it?
Fine. No, we'll let it go.
We'll make it up next week. And members, you special people of our Patreon page, we'll do some content this weekend for you all. Have a great one, everybody.